And I guess
Thank
I
you.
want to start with, this is the week that marks 35 years. You're an iconic Canadian company, but also globally known for that handset. You don't really want to be known for the handset anymore. Tell me, and just reflect on how far you've come. You've been the turnaround guy. Is the turnaround done? Are you now taking this company to next stage?
Absolutely. Thank you, ladies. This March 7th is our 35th anniversary, and like you pointed out, we have moved on. We're on beyond the handset. And it's no longer a turnaround story. It really is going to turn into a growth story. I came about five plus years ago and kind of set a chapter 2.0. I mean, we're very proud of our heritage and our handset business, but we're going to move into much more bigger, higher growth market. Now, the fact of the matter is, we're able to make an acquisition of Cylance by writing a cash check of $1.4 billion should tell you a little bit about whether the turnaround is done or not.
So in terms of what Cylance will bring to you, you're out there obviously at the big cybersecurity conference. Security is one of the keys. AI obviously also central to your future. What does the combination bring? When you talk about now there's growth, how much growth are you promising investors? What are we looking forward to?
Let me first say that Cylance is just the next chapter of our security story. We've been a very strong security software provider and services provider to governments, banks, regulated industry, hospitals, and the likes. The AI technology and the machine learning technology is definitely where the market is going. And it's very lightweight and it really is aiming for the Internet of Things, which is a lot of devices talking to each other. So we want to get into that in a very, in a leadership position. So that's where we are. Now, as far as growth is concerned, I have not disclosed a number for next year. I just finished the fiscal year and we're in a quiet period, so I best not to make any specific forecasts. You will hear that in our earnings call or our analyst day in the next 4 to 6 weeks. But it's safe to say that we're looking for good double-digit growth.
BlackBerry's sales growth trailed the enterprise mobility management market, the growth in that market itself a couple of years back. Will the acquisition of Cylance change that?
Well, we've been growing kind of in the 10% range, and a year ago we grew 15% organically. So I'm not saying that the market is not good. So the last year, this particular year, as I said, I haven't really disclosed the result yet, but we have told the street that we're going to be in the 8 to 10% growth rate for our software business, and we're still obviously affirming that, and so until we show you the results on that. We've been growing a lot in the auto business, the software for the auto, whether it's a connected car and the autonomous driven car. Beginning of the year, we're growing at 30% year over year. So those are very promising areas to grow. So overall, as a company, we're doing quite well.
Yeah, I mean, you do have the QNX operating system that continues to post solid sales. So what other big opportunities similar to auto are you seeing out there?
Lots of big opportunity. We haven't gotten into the so-called generally embedded market, which are in the more of the industry. Well, I shouldn't say we haven't got into it, but our footprint there is not as big as we like. The medical devices areas, the industry, the heavy industry areas, the drone, the planes. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities in the embedded market for QNX.
John, you've gone after some very big names on the patent side, including Twitter. Are these fights going to be worth the money and the effort that you'll expend?
Well, any ongoing legal things, obviously, I can't comment, and it's probably inappropriate for me to comment. We have a really strong portfolio of patents, kind of the Canadian pride. When I first came to the company, I think it's my duty to make sure that our contribution to the market is recognized. So we're working through with a lot of companies about licensing, and it's been resolved quite amicably. So I hope that some of these more high-profile cases will be also resolved amicably going forward.
All right, and of course, the subject that's very top of mind today across the border here is Huawei, strained tensions with China on the trade file, on the diplomatic file. Does it concern you in terms of how the technology develops and your business in China? Is China a security threat, and how do you manage it?
Well, we don't do much in China, especially when it comes to developed. We do have partners developing auto software in China, but mostly for the Chinese market. So it's not really re-exported outside of China, for that matter. So for BlackBerry, it's not a huge concern, but for more networking company, and you guys have been reporting it quite often, for network phone companies. Telecommunication companies in general that are in the equipment side, they might have a little bit more concern, and so it really is a little bit out of my elements. And I know very little. I only learn a lot of these things from. I only learn these things from listening to you all.
But John, just quickly though, how about the scrutiny on Chinese firms? Will that give you guys a competitive advantage?
We hope so. We've been a very trusted source of security software for Five Eye country. The Five Eye, obviously, the country that share intelligence between Canada, Australia, New Zealand, UK, and USA. And then we're also a very trusted partners in the NATO world, EU, as well as the G20. So because of that, we're in pretty good position. Not because of China, Huawei and all that. It's because that we've been in this business for a very long time.